All right, and once again, we are live for our weekly live stream, Sacred Heart Parish, close to New Mexico. Once again, it's me, Deacon Eric, and this week we've got Dillon Ford on with us, and we're gonna talk with him about an upcoming talk he's doing next week for the men's group. But before we do that, let's just hit the announcements like we always do. Let's see. So let's see. Coming up in this next week, next Sunday's bulletin. Be sure to check for the Veteran Spotlight. Featuring the military service of Linda Thrower, so that's coming up. Also, in the upcoming bulletin, there'll be, I guess, let me reboot. So, look for upcoming bulletins on information on upcoming retreats at the Mercy Retreat Center in Slayton, Texas. They've got some upcoming retreats. There's going to be one for senior citizens, one for married couples, one for veterans, and one that's going to focus on the saints. That's interesting. I don't know if I've been to a retreat where it had a underlying theme like that, so that could be interesting. Let's see. Of course, we're still registering for religious ed at the church office. Get that done. It's going to be, the summer is going to be over before you know it, so get her done. Let's see. Also, there's an expedited confirmation class coming up. This is for adult Catholics who have been baptized and received their first communion but just lack confirmation. It's an 8-week course done by Deacon Juan, and that starts in August, so you're running out of time to register for that. If you know somebody who needs that sacrament of confirmation, encourage them. This is a perfect opportunity. 8 weeks is a short commitment and a wonderful opportunity to get those graces from that sacrament. So if you know somebody, let them know about it, and they can register at the office. Let's see. Of course, the men's group meets every Monday at 5:30, and we've got Mr. Dillon Ford with us. We're going to talk with him about an upcoming talk he's going to do for that group. We'll get back to that shortly. Let's see. Oh, Miss Mary Shockley, she got a hold of me earlier today, and a couple of things I must discuss with everyone. So I guess what we're one of the things that we're wanting to do is have communion with both species. It's the pandemic's over. It's been over for a little while, and now we've got green lights across the board to once again have communion with both species. But now we need Eucharistic ministers. I mean, it's literally been years since we've done it, so we need more people to volunteer and of course train, and so we can do that. Mary says if we don't get enough volunteers at each of the masses, we may not have both species at that mass. So please reach out to her. I think her I don't have her phone number in front of me, but I know it is sacristy@sacredheartclovis.com is the email. So, get in touch with the church office or reach out by email. What I may do later is I may stick Miss Mary's phone number up on a comment on this video, so you can reach out to her if you're interested in doing that. So, and then that's one of the two announcements. The other one is, and this has actually come from Father also, we need more choir members at all of the masses. We have a few choir members at every mass, but we would like to see a lot more. And you don't need to be a professional to be in the choir. You just got to love to sing. And from where I sit, some of you have really good voices and can really sing very well, and I would love to see you in the choir. You know who you are. Everybody around you knows who you are. So go ahead and volunteer for the choir, and so everybody can hear you sing. We'll put a mic in front of you. It'll be wonderful. So those are the two last-minute announcements that I told Miss Mary that I would push this evening. So, all right, enough of that. So let's talk to Mr. Dillon Ford. Thanks, Dillon, for coming on this evening. When you approached me about being on the live stream, you told me what you were doing. I'll be honest, I was thoroughly impressed because, if you don't mind me asking, you're how old?
I'm 17.
17 years old, right? And I thought that was right. But you're going to give a talk at the men's group about your faith journey. And I think that's amazing because there's not a lot of young men that would put themselves out there because, I mean, we're talking about exposing the soft underbelly kind of, thing. You're talking about one's faith journey is a very personal thing. And to share that publicly takes a lot of courage. I mean, more courage than I had at your age. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I like I said last night at the men's group, I wouldn't even talk about my favorite hobbies to a group of people, much less things of faith and personal things like that. So, let me ask you, what motivated you to do this?
Well, I mean, I always seen many people during the women's group talk about what they've been through and what they've accomplished. And, I mean, my birthday's coming up, and so I wanted to share my personal life with every single man out there.
Right. Well, yeah, okay, so we're talking about adulthood, big milestone in life. So, yeah, so you wanted to share your personal journey up until this milestone. That's great.
Yeah.
So you've with other people, you've witnessed other people's share their stories, and that it can be a very, very powerful thing, can it?
Yeah.
And it is to and you come to find out that we have a lot more in common than we ever thought when we listen to other people share their journey. It's like, sometimes it's like, that's me too. That's me too. Let's see. Ruben Lucio, he just commented on the chat. 799-6402. I'm assuming that's Mary Shockley's phone number. I think that's Mary Shockley's phone number. If not, call Ruben and say hi. No, but I think that's Mary's phone number. So, thank you, Ruben. Sorry, we just to get back, guys. But no, like I said, very impressed. And you're going to give this talk next Monday at the men's group at 5:30.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would encourage all men in the parish. Of course, the group's meetings are open to all the men. So
yeah.
come out and support young Mr. Ford here and what he's doing. I think that's amazing. Hear what he has to say, and maybe you have an opportunity. You can share some of your experience also. And like I said, I've been in groups where men have done this, and it's very powerful, very powerful. You wanted to read a short excerpt of what you were going to read tomorrow, so I will give the floor to you.
All right. Well, okay. I was ready to get confirmed. When the day came for my confirmation, I was nervous. I pulled it through it, and I got confirmed. I was proud of myself and ready to start my next chapter in my faith.
Okay. There we go. There's a very short, a little teaser for you. So, like I said, come out next Monday, gentlemen, and like I said, let's support Mr. Ford in his decision to share his faith journey with us. Like I said, I think that's an amazing, wonderful thing. Very brave, very brave. I give you... But you get the idea.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's pretty much all for this week. I've got nothing else. Anything you wanted to add, Mr. Ford, before we go?
Well, I mean, if you can, bring your family, bring your sons along. They might love hearing a young man talk about his livelihood and his faith.
And that's a very good point. And that was also something when you actually told me you were part of the men's group, I thought about that. And I was like, men's group isn't, just for men. It can be for young men. I mean, there's some point, like we discussed earlier, that, you get to be maybe a little bit too old for youth group. And maybe you want to spend time with a more mature group of people. So, yes, I would encourage, bring your sons, teenagers. Of any age, really. I mean, it doesn't. I don't think the men's group is going to talk about anything that's going to be inappropriate for young men either. So, yeah, come on out. Hopefully, Jeff Majak's ready for a big crowd and has snacks. We'll see. He may not. Put Jeff on the spot. All right, that's enough before I get myself into more trouble. Folks, next week there will not be a live stream. I'll just go ahead and warn you. I got a meeting with Father Franklin and the other deacons. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to discuss. I'm sure we're going to plot and plan a bunch of things. So I've got that meeting next Tuesday, so that we won't have that. And then the week after that, I believe I'm going to have all the choir directors from the parish, from the different masses on. So we'll see how many I can fit in front of a camera. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. And necessity is the mother of invention. All right. Well, so good night, everybody. God bless. We'll see you soon. And take care.